10 News Weather Authority from the JES Weather Center.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today marks the official beginning of fall. This is when the sun is lined up with the equator. This will take place in 2 hours from this exact moment. At 2:19 is when the equinox will take place. And so today and for the next couple of days, we'll have roughly equal amounts of daytime and nighttime, 12 hours and 12 hours or so. Current conditions out there this afternoon, mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, a little bit hazy out there as the air quality is between about good and moderate. Temperatures right around 74 degrees out in Wytheville, and we'll continue to see those temperatures warm up as we go hour by hour. Eventually, we'll get to about the upper 70s by the end of the 12 o'clock hour, and then into the 80s later on this afternoon, 82 by 3 p.m. And then a lot of us will actually get into the mid 80s. 85 for Alta Vista, Danville, South Boston, Lynchburg 84, Lexington, Roanoke, Bedford, Rocky Mount 83, Pulaski 82, Hot Springs, and then areas across Floyd all the way down to Independence right around the mid to upper 70s. Here's a look at your overnight forecast. 61 degrees with partly cloudy skies, patchy morning fog similar to what we saw this morning, although I don't think it's as widespread. Winds will be light and primarily out of the southeast. Here's a look at what we're tracking as we go into the back half of the week, roughly on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as an area of low pressure looks to build in closer and closer. There's actually a stationary front out here, and then we'll have a cold front push through. But before we see that, there's going to be isolated rain showers, likely on our Tuesday, becoming a little bit more scattered on Wednesday, then a little bit more widespread on Thursday and Friday. And a few of these showers could potentially transition into storms, bringing some heavy rain and potentially even packing a punch as well. So here's a look at our rain chances over the next couple of days. You see the sort of bell curve where we're increasing our rain odds day by day. So Thursday and Friday are the 2 days that we are watching pretty closely for some much needed rain. Here's the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center on Hurricane Gabrielle, now a major hurricane, as per the 9 a.m. issuance earlier this morning. Now expected to become a Category 4 hurricane by tomorrow night, but no issues here because it's going to be staying out to sea. However, we're tracking two other areas at this current time where the National Hurricane Center has given about a 40% chance of development within the next 2 days for this area in orange and about a 70% chance of developing within that area in red. So we'll have to keep an eye on the tropics as they are becoming a little bit more active past the climatological peak of hurricane season. On your 7-day forecast, Appy, we are monitoring rain chances. It's been exceptionally dry for, I'd say, the last 6, maybe even 7 weeks. Yep. August was pretty dry. We've only seen half of an inch so far this September. We usually see about 4 inches of rain through the month of September, so we desperately need the rain.
All right, so no bad news coming this week. We could use some showers, but those blobs of color you just pointed out there, those could be potentially bad news.
Yeah, we got to keep a close eye on the tropics. It's still September. Hurricane season runs through the end of November. If you recall, several years ago back in 2019, Hurricane Michael was a Cat 5 towards the back half of October. So there's still plenty of time for the tropics to ramp up.
All right, appreciate it very much, Parker.